Yesterday we were discussing about Carnot maps and how we could simplify using this graphical way, using this tabular way. And it's quite simple. You can see, although um, the logic was very simple, the simplification also, the process of simplification also was quite simple. In this lecture, we'll take one more example. If time permits, we may proceed to take one more. And at 11:15, your quiz will start automatically. So I will give you time till maybe 11:10 or so, roughly. So up till 11:10, we will continue, and then you may wait for your quiz. It will automatically be posted to you on your classroom accounts, and you will have to. It's a MCQ, so you have to click the correct answers, and there may be multiple correct answers, and you have to click all those multiple correct answers if there are. And if you don't, or if you miss, then there are not many questions, just 5 of them. So when we come to the quiz part, at that time we'll see. For now, we will proceed with this example, which we have got here on the board. You can see that the problem is construct a truth table for the Boolean expression W is equal to A and B, or A and C, or not B and C. W is the output and A, B and C are inputs. We have been asked to simplify the Boolean expression so that the total number of gates and inputs is minimized to the extent possible, and also design a logic circuit based on the simplification. So how are you going to implement it? That's another thing after the simplification. So first of all, let us begin with construction of a truth table for the Boolean expression. Now, if you see here, we have W is equal to A and B. So before that, we will, let's say that we will have the variables here, not A and not B. And as we discussed yesterday, we will just change the state of one variable at a time as we go to the next row. So not A and B. Then we will retain B as it is. We'll change A. So this will become A and B. And then we'll retain A and change the state of B. So A and not B. Because we just have 3 inputs. So here we will take not C. And here we will take C.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes.
So the fourth one is A and B, not B.
A and not B. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry. Now here you see first product here is W is equal to A and B. So we have A and B here. We have not C and we have C. What are we going to do? How are we going to realize this product A and B? Can you just tell me? Anybody? Can you give it a try? There are 3 inputs.
C नॉट और C के अंदर दोनों के अंदर 1 डाल देंगे.
Correct. So we will have to place a 1 here. A and B is already here. But it's when we place a 1 on both of these that a pair will get identified. So we will have this pair identified here. and this pair is actually A and B, because C has got eliminated. You see, C has changed its state. So C has got eliminated. In the same way, A and C. So we will have to eliminate B. So A has to be retained and C has to be retained, but B has to go. So we will have to place a 1 here, because we have to make a transition for B. So if we place a 1 here, A's state is remaining the same and also C's state is remaining the same. But is transiting from B to B complement. And so here we have the second pair. So let us mark this pair also. Okay. Then the third one is not B and C. In the same way, we will have to keep not B and C. So we will have to place a 1 here, and the 1 minute. Just I'll indicate the previous pair. So this is going to be A and C. A and C. And then we have not B and C. Not B. So first and last. Yeah, this is already identified. So we will take another color and identify the pair. Let us take. So can take. Okay. So this pair is going to be not B and C. Okay. So we have got the 3 pairs that are involved in this. Now the other elements have to be 0. You have to keep this in mind. This has to be done. Otherwise the Carnot map is incomplete. So this is our Carnot map. And now comes how do we formulate the simplified logic. So we have W, and that is equal to what? So you can see here A and B, and this purple one here you can see is not B and C, but the blue one here is A and C, and you can see that the one in this pair is already present in this previous pair, and and the other one is present in the pair not B and C. So this pair A and C has become redundant, and so it will not come in the expression. So A and B, or not B and C. You can see how A and B, how this product got eliminated. It got eliminated because all its elements, all its members were part of some other pair. Okay. Now I'm sure using this Carnot map, you can construct the truth table. So that is simple, and I leave it as an exercise for you. So please prepare the truth table for this. And this is the simplified expression which we have got from the Carnot map. Okay. The next thing is simplify the Boolean expression so that the total number of gates and inputs is minimized to the extent possible. And you can see that this is possibly the best extent to which you can go as far as simplification is concerned. And thereafter, you have been asked design a logic circuit based on the simplification. And yesterday we have done design of the logic circuit, and I think all of you can do it. Just for for those of you who were not clear about it yesterday, I'll once again show it to you. We will have these three inputs. We have A, then we have B, and C. And we will have the gate. We'll have one AND gate for A and B. So we'll write here A. We have B here, and we have C here. So we will take one AND gate, and we'll take A and B. So the inputs are A and B. And not B and C. So we have another input needed. We'll have to have a NOT gate. So we'll place a NOT gate here. So we'll have NOT B. And so we have NOT B here, and we need C. So we need another AND gate. No, we need just an OR gate. Sorry, not B. This is not B, and here we have C. So we need one more input. We need another AND gate. So this is not B, and this is C, and this AND gate here. So we'll have an OR gate here. Okay. We'll also place the dots appropriately so that um, so here we have A and B. Here we have not B, so you're taking the signal from B, C. Okay, so this is your output. So here you have A, here you have input as B. This is the product A and B, and this is the product not B and C, and this is W. Okay. So this is the implementation of the logic circuit, okay, which is done after simplification. So you have a clear idea of the number of gates, the number of inputs. Okay. So this is our example, simple example which we have done today. Let's take how much time do we have? We have some 15 minutes. Let's take one more problem. Yeah, so here we have an example. There's a metal punching press. It should operate when the four combinations defined in the following table exist. And it should not operate if any other condition exists. The signals from the sensors operated by the machine guard is A. The signal from the operator is B. The signal from the workpiece is C. D is the signal from the remote sensor, where X or cross represents don't care in the truth table. Design a logic system for starting. The bracket should have ended here. Anyway, we'll understand it. Design a logic system for starting. Sketch the logic circuit after simplification. How much saving in terms of gates, etc., does your simplified circuit produce? So now you see that there are a number of inputs, and in some cases, in two of these combinations, you have a 1. Whereas here there are some where you're not caring about these inputs. Whatever comes over here, you don't care about this output. Okay, how are we to address this particular task? So for this, we will again have to construct a Carnot map because we have this don't care elements here. So how do we proceed? Let us begin with the construction of the Carnot map. We'll slightly reduce this size of this. I'll take copy of this. I think all of you can see it.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's construct the map. think we'll have to pull this up slightly. So we have this table here, the Carnot map, blank one, and we will so let us first of all see which are the rows where you have ones. So here you have a 1. So you can take not A, not B. So first we will write down the variables. So not A and not B. Then we will keep not A as it is. We will change the state of B. Then we will change the state of A, but keep the same state of B. And then we will keep the same state of A and change the state of B. Here also we will have not C and not D. You see, we have 4 inputs now, and that's why we required more columns than the earlier table. So here we will have not C and D. Here C and D, and here C and not D. So the first, the one over here, let's attend to this. So not A and not B, not C and D, not A and not B, not C and D. So the one will come here. Okay. The next fundamental product can be identified here, not A and not B, C and D. So not A and not B, C and D. So you have another one here. Okay. But that's not where everything ends. We will also have to identify where these cross marks are there. So here also we have A and not B. So A and not B, not C and not D. So it will be here. So we'll have to place a cross here.
Sir, not CD.
Not CD.
Not C, D. Yeah. Okay. So it will be here in this column. So A and not B, not CD. Yeah. So the cross will come here. Okay. Then we have A and not B, C and D. So the cross will come here. And then we have done this, we have done this. We have also done this and this. So now we have to do this, A and B, not C and not D. A and B, not C and not D. That is here. Okay. And finally, A and B and C and D. So A and B and C and D. That is here. All the other elements will have zeros. So this completes your Carnot map. Be sure to fill up the zeros. Otherwise, your Carnot map is incomplete. Okay. Once you have this, you begin identifying the pairs or the quads or the octets. Okay. So let us start with what are the pairs, what are the quads. Now you can see that here there is a pair possible. Okay. But now there is also a possibility of identifying a quad. See, here we have two don't care elements. Now we can use these don't care elements to our advantage if we include these also in our logic, because result in the formation of a quad, these two and these two pairs, because they are touching each other, so they will form a quad, and a quad will result in the elimination of two variables, two Boolean variables. So if we would not have identified these don't care elements in this quad, then we would be just left with one pair, which would result in the elimination of just one variable. And so that is not good enough, economical for us. Okay. So it's essential that we identify the quad, not just the pair. So we are taking into consideration these two don't care elements. So here we will identify this as a quad, not just as a pair, but as a quad. Okay, so this is a quad, and what is this quad? What is the variable that is eliminated? You see from here between these two columns, C is making a transition from not C to C. So C gets eliminated. You are left with D. And here between these two rows, not B is remaining as it is, but A is changing its state. So you are left with not B, not B, and D. Okay. So you can see that just by outlining these, this quad, you are able to eliminate two variables. The next is, can we identify any more pairs or quads? Yes, we can. We can identify one more pair over here. One more pair is visible. That is here. Possibility of a pair. Now, is it necessary to include this pair? Is it necessary to include this pair? It is not, because it's a don't care bit. It doesn't matter whether you provide this input or not, which results in this don't care bit. It does not matter. So we need not consider this pair at all, because for the machine to start, for the metal punching press to start, it is not necessary that this combination, that this pair should be taken into the logic. If we just have not B and D, that will be good enough. Okay. So identifying this pair is actually of no use, because it's just made of don't care bits. If there was a 1 over here, then you would have to take it, because the 1 has to be reflected in the logic. But because there is a don't care element here, it's not necessary to take it. You may take it or you may drop it. But from the point of economics, from the point of simplification, it will be a loss for us if we consider it. And so we don't consider it. The same thing here also. We don't consider this X because it doesn't matter. It's a don't care bit. So this is not considered. This is a pair. And what does this pair say? This pair is actually A and C and D. But it is not considered because the reason being that it's made up of elements of don't care elements. So this particular bit also we need not consider because it doesn't matter. So we are left with the answer, that is the machine is to start and when should it start? When you have not B and okay. Now you have been asked to design a logic system for starting. You are asked to sketch the logic circuit after simplification. I am sure all of you can do this. How much saving in terms of gates, etc., does your simplified circuit produce? If you would not have done the simplification, you would have had these two, and then how would you have done it? And if you take into account the simplification, you have some savings. So without simplification, you can identify so without simplification, you have not A, so start. That is equal to not A and not B and not C and D. And the other one is not A and not B and C and D. Okay. The simplification of this is I'm sure that now you can determine what are the savings. Okay. So you can understand now if you try to implement this circuit and try to implement this circuit, you will be able to understand. I want all of you to document the savings, okay? Work out the savings. So in another 5 minutes, your quiz is going to start. It will get automatically posted to your accounts, Google accounts. So you may contact me if there is some problem, but otherwise I request you, it's only for 5 minutes. So be very conscious of time. There are only 5 questions, but you have only 5 minutes. Time should be sufficient. If you know your stuff, please pay attention and click the appropriate buttons. There may be multiple answers in a particular question, or there may be just one answer, just one choice. So be careful while you do it. So I leave it for you all. We'll end our lecture session here, and I hope you will now be able to focus on your quiz. So thank you very much.